Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another Yap session. Thank you so much for joining me today. I don't know if y'all notice, I stepped my game up a little bit. Let me not do that because it's going to mess up the sound. Whether you are listening on Spotify or watching on YouTube, thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about healing, which I talk about a lot, but healing from abuse, abusive relationships. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about my situation. That's all I can vouch for because it's me. And I just really wanted to provide some content like this because I really enjoy it. I live it. And it is also SA Awareness Month. Shout out to anyone who is a victim, a survivor, whatever. I'm proud of you for just existing because it is hard. It is a very hard recovery process. I'm still recovering over a year to this day, but I'm here to talk about it, okay? I think that for me personally, the hardest thing about healing from this kind of abuse is like reclaiming your mind, your body. I suffered SA as well as emotional abuse, which I feel like emotional abuse really can go hand in hand with a lots of different types of abuse. Um, it can be used to do that abuse. It can be used to make you not leave. It can, at least it did in my situation. And I also want to give a shout out to anyone who endured any type of abuse, whether it was romantic, platonic, from family, that it is your story is valid no matter when you realized it, when you processed it. Because in my situation personally, I was the person who eventually chose to leave my abuser after many back and forths, doing this, doing that. I'm like, nah, I'm done. And then they're like, please, okay, I won't do it again. I won't do this again. We'll do this like I promise. Just please don't leave me. I stay. But I ultimately did make the choice to leave. And one of my reasons for leaving was not, oh my God, this guy has been sexually assaulting me. Like, it is something that registered months after the relationship. And I thought I was kind of crazy for that. I think that I was so used to like the little representation and conversations we have about SA that I'm thinking like, no, SA is like, it's normally not from your partner that you're always having consensual sex with, or it's something like very violent, or like that's just how I imagined it. I didn't want to like validate or admit it to myself, even though I knew the feelings didn't feel good. I knew all of that when it happened, but I couldn't put that name to what happened. It was just very, very hard. Until months after the relationship, I just found myself like, why am I having a panic attack in the middle of wash day? Why am I gasping for air? Why am I thinking of a certain memory anytime I try to do self pleasure, or just anytime I close my eyes before I go to sleep? I'm like, what? It just hit me. And I'm like, oh, this is real. So, for anybody who had a similar story to me, I just want to say, like, your experience is valid. Like, I feel like a lot of times when that happens to you, there's really like a disconnect between like your mind and your body. I think that's really what happened to me because I was like, how is this hitting me months later? Like, I wasn't thinking about this when I first broke up, whatever, but my anxiety and my panic attacks, it's not lying, girl. It happened. And it kind of sucks that that's what had to happen for me to like face it and be like, okay, this was real. But sometimes it goes like that. My first piece of advice that I would give to anyone in a similar situation is like, you don't have to get up here and make a video about it for people to see, like I'm doing, but like talk to somebody. I tried for like a week. I was like, there's no way I'm telling anyone this. Like, I carried like shame and confusion, and I'm just like, uh, it's eventually gonna go away, right? Wrong. Like, I just had panic attack after panic attack, nightmares about it happening. I was like, oh my God, like just sitting here all day in the dark crying. Like, why can't I stop crying? It's like until I finally got the courage to like tell my dad. And, talking to someone about it did not cure the issue, but it like I felt like so much weight like lifted off my shoulders. Like I can finally like admit this, or I don't have to go through this alone, but I understand that it just comes with so much like confusion, and it's just like, how do I even bring this up? And also, one thing I really want to say that really breaks my heart is that I also completely understand why people don't want to tell anyone. Like, if you don't feel safe or whatever, like, I'm hoping you can just find like one person that like you can talk to. But I see so many times when victims say something is the reason they never say anything. You tell someone, like, it's so disheartening that's like carrying this information and then having the courage to speak out can be met with so much disappointment. It could be met with someone turning it on you, or it could be met with people literally not changing how they act, their relationship, their association with that person. And that like really, really breaks my heart and hits deep. Um, so if that's ever happened to you, I just want to say I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm so proud of you for having that courage, okay? Fuck that reaction. Fuck the enablers. All the people who keep the cycle going, who enable, who don't do anything, who stay in contact with these people, they're the problem, not you. And I'm so proud of you for speaking because it's very important. Honestly, one of the reasons, the main reason I do speak is because of other people. Like, I remember before I was in this situation, I would just always be like, same attitude, like, F them, like, yeah, out people, blah, blah. I obviously understand now and before that, but especially now that it's not that easy. It comes with a lot of fear and shame and all that. But, like, I don't know. It's just something about talking about it and opening up conversations, and like whether it's on YouTube or TikTok, when I see comments being like, I get this, I feel like this, thank you for this, like that really makes me happy because I feel like when I was in that position, afraid to say anything, like that would have made me feel great. Like, wow, oh my God, someone described this exact feeling that I'm feeling. Like, it really matters. And that's really why I'm into all of this, period. I struggled for like a really long time after I was able to realize this, put words to the situation, and even after I talked about it, while I said talking to my family did feel make me feel a lot better, but it didn't take away everything. It didn't take away all the panic attacks and all the memories that are still living in my mind. I feel like you have to find a way to like reconnect with your body and like make it yours again. I feel like that situation, those memories just made me feel so like small and disconnected. And I think that's the case for like a lot of other people because I would experience, panic attacks or literal physical pain sometimes, like having the panic attacks, having the memories. And I feel like it's like because I was so disconnected from my body. And the more I started to realize, like, I gotta like affirm myself. And also, I've learned a lot through therapy, if anybody's open to that, that like you have to just kind of like train your body again. Like, I had to train myself to remember, like, I'm panicking because like my body thinks the threat is in the room, thinks it's still a threat right now because of my mind. And so just like, but I had to just like learn how to ground myself more. And I'm still working on it. That like, girl, you're safe in this moment. You're 100% safe. You're not reliving that memory. That person can't get to you. Like, you are safe. There's no threat right now. And it's not just some hocus pocus. Oh, you say that once and all of it goes away. Of course not. Of course not. I still have a panic attack every now and then, but it just it's really helped affirming myself, reminding myself that I'm safe, I'm protected, and like I'm not in that situation anymore. And I feel like that's helped train my body. Like my mind knows that, but my body doesn't, which is why anxiety comes, panic attacks come, all that. But it's like when I remind my body that too, then we can all be on the same page. Like, oh, you're right, you're right. Yeah, I know. Speaking of affirmations, another huge part of this healing process for me, not only retraining, my mind to, my body to remember that it's safe and this is mine and like I'm entitled to it, is also my mind dealing with emotional abuse. I was sexually assaulted a couple times, but a lot of it was emotional. It was harassment. It was getting mad at me because I didn't want to do something, or keep asking me to do something when I'm continuously saying no. And it would just make me feel terrible, even though it's my body and I can do whatever I want. Like, it's so sad to receive that. Like, you hear so much of girls getting harassed by strangers or people they don't know. So sad that that was the case for me with a partner who was supposed to love and respect me and not only violated my body but would also sexually harass me. Felt like he had that right. Beyond the sexual harassment, there was just so much negative talk to me because of just a very unhealed person who wasn't able to differentiate like a person who's actually here and loyal for him versus the past. It was like he grouped everybody together, and it's like I got the lashings for the past because he did not heal. And I just, along with the guilt and the shame of being assaulted, it was also just a lot of mental things. I'm like, sometimes all these things would be said to me, or I would be met with anger, frustration, like rudeness for not wanting to give into certain stuff. And it would really start to make me question, like, wait, is he right? Like, am I tripping for saying no? Should I just do this? Am I really a bad person because I'm not giving in? Like, is this what I'm supposed to do? And healing is such a lifelong process. Like, some of those words still haunt me today. And again, I just have to affirm myself and remind myself, like, girl, that's not even your original thoughts. First of all, it's not your original thought, it's what someone told you. And also, look at the material. That person told you and tried to convince you of all of that. But, girl, what do you think about yourself? Like, don't let those other thoughts, especially from somebody like that, try to convince you that you ain't the shit. Like, I feel like that's one of the most important things you can do during this healing process so you don't end up like my abuser. I said I was on that side of someone who did not heal from the past and thought, like, all this, all that, someone's always going to do this, so you treat someone else like that. I don't want to be that person in my next relationship. I want to heal, like, be able to differentiate the past in a new person and a new experience, because that's real shit. Like, if I were to keep moving on in my love life and my life in general out of fear, I'm not going to have any fun, and I'm not going to be met with what I want because I can't go on fear based. I have to realize, I have to differentiate, the past and the current situation. Just be patient. Healing is just a lot of rewiring, whether you went through physical abuse, sexual abuse, emotional abuse. It's just rewiring. Like, I choose myself now. I love myself now. And I don't think those things about myself that my abuser thinks or that somebody else said. What do I think? Like, girl, I'm the one who left. I'm the one who is choosing to go to therapy so I can heal and I can have a healthy love, have my dream partner, have my dream life, dream family, because I deserve all that. Like, I deserve to be happy and get through this, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I know I mentioned in the beginning that I hope one step you might take away from this video is to talk to someone, even if it doesn't have to be the internet, it doesn't have to be your mom, your whatever, like someone that you feel safe with about this. But even more than that, it feels even greater to like have community. Like I would watch videos, like I said, which I'm hoping this will give the same effect. I would watch videos on survivors' sexual trauma, what they did, them affirming themselves and me. Um, like in those videos really make me tear up and be like, okay, like, cause this process is so lonely. Like you really feel like I don't want to talk about this with anyone. You feel like isolating. At least I did. And like it's like when you see you're not the only person, someone else has been through this, or it's like it's just so comforting, whether that's someone in real life, whether that's the internet. You all have the internet because you're watching me right now, and you can keep watching me and watch my Yap Session playlist if you want more healing content. I would just highly recommend finding community in any way that you can, even if you don't feel like you have that in your personal life. Because you deserve it. You deserve to feel heard, to feel seen, because you are not alone. Okay? So many people have been through this, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, like I said, if you take anything away from this video, I just want to let you guys know that I'm so proud of you for existing, for just waking up, choosing to click on this video, choosing to feed yourself, get up, shower. Like, so proud of you for that. Because I told you, I remember days where I would sit in here, hold my pee, sit in the dark, like, and just feel like no one's going to get this. I don't want to talk about this. I don't know what to do. So I'm proud of you for existing because this process is so, so hard and it can follow you for a really long time. I went through this abuse. It was not my whole relationship. I'd say it was about 3 months of the actual assault, but the sexual harassment was probably at least half of the relationship, like 6 months. And I would say the last time it happened to me was probably January 2023. Here we are in April 2024, and I'm still dealing with the effects. I'm still having to affirm myself that I'm worthy. Those opinions are not mine. This is my body. I'm going to get the dream life. I'm going to get the dream love. I'm going to have new amazing sexual experiences that are filled with consent. I feel like it's a lifelong process, but the hardest part is to start. And like I said, I'm already so proud of you for existing. Like I said, you're basically starting if you clicked on this video to hear what I had to say. I hope I said something helpful. Um, but yeah, just keep going, guys. I don't want to say the corniest saying ever. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. But it does, y'all. Um, I remember I left our relationship May 2023. All of this hit me like August 2023. I remember I would be up till like 3 a.m. panicking. I would be having nightmares. Um, I was just, I just always felt so triggered and like, oh my God, like there is no way I'm ever going to get past this, be able to get some sleep. Like, I just, but here I am now. I have a panic attack every once in a while. It's not every night like it was before. Um, and I'm in therapy. I'm talking about it with a licensed professional. She's given me a lot of really great tools, especially the affirming myself and instead of running away from all that anxiety and that those uncomfortable feelings, get comfortable with them and affirm yourself about the ones that are true. I was like, am I really ever gonna get over this? Like, have new experiences? It just seems so hard. Like, and even with the emotional abuse, it just sometimes it seems so hard to feel worthy when those words and those physical actions still haunt me. And here I am taking a chance, about to go on a date for the first time in like a year soon. Like, it gets better, y'all. And also, don't shy away from the moments it comes back, that every once in a while, or that period where you're panic again. Oh, I thought I was over this. Don't. Healing is not linear. It's not, oh my God, we're up. Like, there's moments. And that's the hardest part for me is when those moments, those periods come, I'm just like, fuck, like, I thought I was over this. Why is this happening again? I feel like I made no process. No, it is, it's trying to tell you something. It's trying to test you. Are you still going to shy away? Or are you going to get comfortable with the uncomfortable and you're going to say, what's up? I'm ready for you this time. I got something for you. You get what I mean? So please don't beat yourself up. Be very gentle with yourself when those moments come back. They might come back in 10 years. When you're in a healthy, loving relationship, you might panic. It might come back in a month. Like, I don't know. I don't think these memories will ever go away, but I think I'm learning how to deal with it. And I'm moving forward, whether I have another panic attack, whether something happens. I just know this is a part of life. It's not like a movie where it goes point A, point B, point C. Like, nah. So you better be nice to yourself, girl, boy, non binary person. If you're not being gentle with yourself, we're going to have a problem, okay? Y'all, this eclipse, Mercury retrograde, it brought up some tears and it brought some stuff, you know? I'm a Scorpio. I thought the fixed signs were done with their lashings, but I guess this eclipse season just has one for everybody. So, I had a moment or two. I feel very low energy. Um, but I felt like making an authentic video today. I didn't write that many notes. I just want to speak straight from my heart because I live this experience. I know other people live it too, and whether you've been through it or not, I just feel like this is good information and I hope to have other people feel heard. I hope you took something away from this video because it's really important. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching me yap yet again. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I have a whole playlist called Yap Sessions with much more healing content if you enjoy this type of content. Or if you're like, dang girl, this hit a little hard, like I'm trying to laugh a little bit, I got lots of story times too, like I was a little serious in this video, but y'all can tell I'm funny, right? Right. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Alicia Milan because I post content daily on there. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss when new videos are coming. So don't forget to do that. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. This topic means a lot to me and I hope you took something away. So I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.